Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. If it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. I just wanted to say that if you are interested in any of the tarot cards that I'm using, please feel free to check out the links below. Also, be sure to check out my review videos that I've put on the recommendations for the cards. I've done some quick review videos if you want to check those out. Okay, so we have the current situation. We have 10 of Pentacles. What's crossing that? We have the Strength card. What do you need to focus on? Friendship, happiness, 3 of Cups. Your past, leaving behind, feeling like an outsider. Your strengths, your faith and your belief. Near future. Ooh, look at that. Love that one. Queen of Wands. Advice, Ace of Pentacles. Environment, Queen of Pentacles. Hopes and fears, Death card. Yeah, definitely. Change can be definitely, it's a hope for change, but it's almost a fear for change, right? And then having to let something go. And then potential outcome, we have Page of Wands, communication, letting things go. All right, let me grab these cards here. Okay, so what we have is the current situation is the 10 of Pentacles. So feeling good, right? Feeling like you're in a good spot. But I feel like there's a challenge that you're kind of losing some of your confidence because of a situation. So let's see. Let's grab why is Capricorn losing their confidence with something? Like everything's going good, or are they working towards a goal? And why are they losing their confidence? Why is Capricorn losing their confidence in this situation? What's going on that they're losing their confidence? Okay, I'm feeling like the answer is not in these cards. That happens sometimes, right? Sometimes, like, you can't force the cards, and I don't want to force the cards. I personally feel like if there's a message that wants to come out, like the cards, see how just even with that one card wants to come out. For me, I feel like the ones that fall on the table, or the ones that flip over, or the ones that kind of poke out, or sometimes when I'm shuffling them, there's like a card that's kind of nudging me more than usual. I go with those cards because I feel like those are the cards that want to come out, okay? So we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. There was some sort of deception going on, could be at work. I feel like maybe you're putting your hard work into something and it didn't turn out as well as you had wanted it to. I feel like it could be you were putting a lot of work into a situation and it was like, oh, well, this isn't what I was thinking it was going to be. There's some sort of deception going on here that's happened with you. And okay, hello. So something didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to. 3 of Swords. So, and I feel like you're going along and you're good and something happens and then like you're feeling hurt. Like you're working along and you're like, oh, well, this is really upsetting. This didn't turn out the way that I wanted to, or this isn't what I thought it was going to be, right? Whatever the situation that represents for you. So what do you need to focus on is we have the 3 of Cups. You have to focus on this deception, right? You have to focus on this deception. What is it that you're not seeing clearly? There's something that you didn't see. There's something that you missed. There's something that's gone on here, but I feel like you need to see it for what it is. Sometimes when we have changes that happen in the moment, we're really sad and we're really frustrated and we're like, wow, I can't even believe that happened. Like, I was working so hard for this and it didn't come through. So, or I was working on this relationship and then this person did this to me, or whatever that may be, where you're just like, whoa, what happened here? But I feel like what you need to look at is you need to see, okay, sometimes it's better if that situation ended rather than it dragging out for a really long time. Rather than it, you know, wasting all of this time on something that was kind of going to end up in the same place anyway. So I feel like it's kind of seeing, okay, I know that this ended, or I know this didn't work out, or I know this didn't happen, and I know that I put all my work on it. But it came to an end, and that's really upsetting, but I'm not going to fight for something that isn't meant to be, because that's closing a door, and I need to see it as another door is opening for me for better opportunities. It's all about your perception and how you see it. Sometimes we try and fight for things and it's just like, it's just not going to happen. Or it's just not going to feel as good, or it's not going to be as rewarding, or it's not going to be the same way because too many things have changed. I feel like we really need to look at those things and say, okay, do I need to put so much effort and energy into this? Is it really worth it for me? So I feel like it's kind of getting into that clarity of that. So your past, what you're leaving behind, is that Five of Pentacles. So it's been a difficult situation, but I also feel like it's changing things up. Like this is change for you, but that was in the past, right? This door has closed and now there's a new door that's opening. Your strengths, we have the Hierophant. So it's your faith and belief, whatever that may be, whether it's in yourself or it's in something else, that's very strong, because I feel like you know that you can withstand any challenges. I feel like you know that you can turn things around even though this challenge is difficult for you, that you want to grow and you want to learn and you want to see these challenges, see these situations as, how do I learn and grow from it, because I want to be in the best place that I can be. I want to be in my happy place. I don't want to stay in the negativity like I was or I used to do, or I don't want to deal with that. I feel like it's that faith and belief that you have in yourself that, hey, how do I grow from this? How do I learn from this? I'm ready for this challenge. How do I deal with this? Making the most out of a situation. Near future, I love it. Powerful. Queen of Wands, right? Queen of Wands, and a new beginning for you. A new beginning for you. That's very exciting. I feel like it's lighter. I feel like it's happier. It's powerful. The Queen of Wands is somebody who takes actions. She deals with things. She makes things happen. And I feel like that's you. You're like, okay, yeah, I had a bump in the road, but I pulled myself up and now I'm ready to go. We have advice. So could be a new job coming in. Could be, I feel like it's making those decisions and following your dreams for some reason. Follow your heart. Learning from the past and saying, I'm not going to cut myself short. I'm not going to shortchange myself. That if I want to go after something, that I'm going to find the path to make it happen. Environment, we have the Queen of Pentacles, and I feel like that's that steady, grounded energy, having that faith and belief in yourself, that moving forward, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move away from this. We have the hopes and fears. So we have the Death card. Again, like I was saying when I first put the card out, is change can be scary, and letting something go, moving on from something, like that was the old you, and now this is the new you. And that feels different. It feels strange. It can be scary, but it's also about embracing that change, because if you weren't happy here, right, but you're going to be happy here. Could be a relationship, could be a relationship ending, but I feel like maybe those were relationship patterns that didn't work for you, or they kept doing the same cycle, but now you're ready for something that is stronger and better. So that's how you have to see it. While that cycle of relationships is ending, that there's a new cycle that's coming in for you, because you want to have that true partner. You want to have those relationships that are meaningful, that there is that back and forth, that there is that connection, right? Different relationships, because these weren't working, but these will. But it's also about that relationship that you have with yourself, making those choices that are best for you and standing up for yourself. We have the potential outcome, which is the Page of Wands, which is that communication, which is letting go of those things that we're building up, but it's also being more in touch with your intuition, right? Saying, okay, if I get a funny feeling or something doesn't feel right, that, or if I'm going through a hard situation, but kind of that little voice inside is saying, you know what, that's okay, because that's sort of ending. That cycle is done. We're starting new cycles. And I feel like it's believing in that and saying, yeah, everything's going to be okay. I'll work through this. I'll get through this. I'll persevere. I'll pick myself back up, learn from the situation, and move on. All right, so let's get a Star Dragons. Again, it's how you're looking at it. It's your outlook. It's your perception of it. It's like, if you're going to let it get you down, or you're going to let it you're going to take that Three of Swords and use that power to strengthen you and push you forward. We have invention, burning with passion, definitely with this Queen of Wands here, burning with passion, like that's what's coming in for you because you're feeling passionate, you're feeling alive. You're like, yes, I can do it. I'm going for it. I'm making things happen. All right, let's get an animal oracle. An animal oracle for this reading. We have armadillo spirit, set healthy boundaries, right? Maybe that's a new thing that you learned, right, from this situation right here. That you set healthy boundaries and you say, okay, I'm not going to get close to this person or this situation, or I'm not going to get super excited about it until I know that it's followed through, like I know that it's happened, or, you know, you kind of starting off those relationships a little bit slower and not going as quickly and kind of taking your time and making sure that before you make decisions within the relationship that you're sure about it, right? Not rushing anything, setting those healthy boundaries that are best for you, that work best for you. Doesn't matter what other people's boundaries are. It has nothing to do with you. You have to set the boundaries that are best for you. Setting those healthy boundaries that are keeping you safe, keeping you strong, but yet still letting you grow. Not putting up walls and shutting people out, but saying, okay, could be relationships that you have, you're like, okay, I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm just going to tell you some, or I'm not going to contact you every single day. Maybe it's going to be once a week. Like, I'm not going to tell you everything that's going on. I'm just going to give you a general overview, because when I tell you everything, you use that against me, or that becomes a negative situation for me. So I have to set healthy boundaries and say what works best for me. All right, so let's get some charms. So we have the sunflower, which I love that one. We have trust. You have to trust in yourself, right? Trust yourself to set healthy boundaries. We have beautiful. We have the cross, which is that faith and belief that you have in yourself. We have dream, and imagine, which I feel like that's what comes in for you because you've sort of let this go. So now the door has opened for all of these beautiful dreams and imagining whatever it is that you want and making it happen and not stopping yourself. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.